What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. I need a haircut. This video is actually quite short, but it's also very long at the same time. We've got 10 minutes of gameplay, 10 minutes of Foot Champs footage, and then I go into about a 22-minute, not rant, just explanation session. I'm talking about the account, Foot Champs, Bronze Packs, Squad Battles, doing some math, working some stuff out, showing some things. And I've come out of it feeling like it was a little bit complainy, but that wasn't the intention. So if it was a little bit complainy, know that it's not from like a negative stance. It's from a positive, we're moving the account in a better direction stance. You'll see it, you'll judge it, you'll make a comment on it, and then I'll reply to it in the next video. That'll be fine. This video, of course, we was 8-2 after 10 games. We play some more games here. This takes us to 18 games in total. So it's currently 10-8 in the evening, and I've got 22 games left. I've got almost no chance of finishing them all. I don't know what I'm going for or where I'm going to today, but yeah, that's where we're at now. I get a lot of comments. Did I pick a comment? No, I didn't. I was just going to talk about it. So I feel like Squad Battles has changed. They've changed. Well, I know for a fact EA have changed Squad Battles because in the second half of Squad Battles, I made a video on it. You used to be able to just do a fake shot in the second half, and 1, 2, or sometimes 3 defenders would just stand still like a statue for like 2 or 3 real life seconds, and you was able to just manipulate the AI into your favour massively, specifically in the second half, and I got a lot of wins and a lot of goals from that. And then even more so in extra time, the AI was always all-out attack, no matter what the scoreline was. So when you hit a fake shot and stabilise their 2 only defenders they had left, you basically just had free reign to score. This week, they patched that. They didn't release a patch notes about that, and I find this to be just absurd, like that they've changed a game mechanic and they haven't actually notified anyone of it, and it makes me wonder, how much more do they change on a soft patch basis, on a daily or weekly basis that we just don't know about, and is that one of the reasons why on some days this game feels great and another day it feels terrible? I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. Some of the other players that are playing Squad Battles, A9 Skills, Stevo, UK Cam, the guy who's FIFA Legend 90, the guy who's #1 on PlayStation right now, these guys are still able to be competent against ultimate difficulty. I am as well. I can still win every single game. With that being said, I've lost 6 games this week. I'll explain why a little bit again later on in the video. But I used the fake shot to my advantage so deeply that I'm actually not quite as comfortable on ultimate now that they've changed that as before. So for those of you that are sitting there wondering, have EA changed something here in Squad Battles? In my opinion, they absolutely have. Now, as I say, I just don't understand why they haven't mentioned it. It's really triggering when they make micro changes and they're just like, let's just not tell anyone. For example, this new squad fitness thing, which doesn't even work, by the way, that's not in any patch notes. They've just added that. How can you just add things to your game or potentially remove things from your game and not tell the people that play your game? Come on, EA. Come on, man. Come on. Ize says at 12:23 of obviously the last video, hitting the crossbar like from mad distance and not giving a S, and continue talking, what a boss. And you know, I didn't react in that game at all, and I wonder if I should play more live games so it stops me from reacting and has me playing better FIFA. I wonder if I'm actually just more competent a FIFA player when I'm on autopilot and not actually paying attention to what I'm doing, specifically against lesser opponents. You know, obviously against a tough, hard, top-tier opponent, I'm going to need to focus and give it my all. But against lesser opponents, I wonder if not paying attention and just letting my instinct take over would be much better. The reason why I drew that comment out is because I always see that every time I do Ruin Random style videos, I always do things that are considered generally as a madness. And people are like, oh my god, he just did this and he just didn't even react. And the reason why I don't react is because already in this game I've played well in excess of like 13 or 1400 games. The amount of times I've done what I did with Goretzka there, who hit like a 35-yard shot smashed off the bar, I've probably done that like 500 to 800 times. You know what I mean? So for me, that's not something like, whoa, did you see that? That's kind of like, okay, hit the bar again, let's move on. So there's no real how great goal that was. There's no real excitement out of hitting the bar when you've done it so many times. Dorian Bennett says, "Hey Nep, do you really think that one overall upgrade to Kimmich is worth 200k versus the free red one you have? Just saying, those coins might be better used somewhere else. Love the videos and keep up the good work." Before I'd even read that comment, I'd taken that opinion on board and changed it. I sell Kimmich later on in this video for exactly that reason. He does get a really nice dribbling upgrade and quite nice stamina upgrade, but other than that, it's just 1s and 2s across the board. And as you say, for 104, well, I paid 160 for him. I sold him for 140. For that amount of coins, that upgrade isn't what. It's not going to get me wins. It's not going to get me wins. And on that note, there was a comment of Ivan Rossi says, "Hey Nep, I have Del Piero and I had Rui Costa, and Del Piero is so much better than Rui Costa. He is, for me, faster. His shot is one of the best in the game. Like the passing, and you can play him also in striker position." And whilst I'm sure you love Del Piero much more than Costa, and when I've played with Del Piero, I have thoroughly enjoyed him, and I do enjoy the fact that he's got a 5-star weak foot. Again, it comes down to the fact, for me personally, of is he actually going to improve my team specifically for the value of coins that we're putting in? And the answer is quite simply no. Is that Del Piero going to win me games? Probably not. That's my truth. Because Rui Costa does great things for me. It's not like I've got, you know, Ross Barkley at cam and he's just tired and he misses easy chances and he can't run and he gets bullied off the ball and he can't pass. No, this is like I've got already a super player in that cam position, and the upgrade has to be very, very healthy. And I think, you know, for me, the next upgrades are going to be Team of the Years and top tier icons. The 90 rated Hullet is going to be one of those icons. The centre back Paolo Maldini is going to be one of those icons. You know, potentially like a Ronaldo Team of the Year or a Modric Team of the Year instead of Matuidi. Those are going to be the next upgrades for the team. They're going to be crazy expensive, but they're going to be players that actually upgrade the team instead of me just changing a player that's already in the team for a different player that might have a different skill set but not really offer more in terms of ability to win games. You know, and when I look at the teams that come up against, specifically this weekend league, come up against teams with huge icons, come up against teams with just full-on meta teams, you know, Bailly's, Boateng's, Alaba's, Vidal's. I see these players a lot now, and I see those teams and I'm like, oh god, here we go again. But the bottom line is, unless I come up against now pretty much a full, not prime, but a full solid icon team of the 90 Hullet, the 88 Vieiras, the 90 Petites, the R9 Ronaldos, you know, if I come up against those sort of teams now, my team is inferior. But any other team than the best current possible icon team, any other team, my team is on par with that. So at that point, it now comes down to, at the very worst case scenario, skill versus skill for me. So if my opponent is just better than me, he's going to beat me. If I'm better than my opponent, I should theoretically be able to beat my opponent. And these teams that I come up against with the Boatengs and Vidals and stuff, they're not even better than my team. So, you know, like this team here, 2 icons, Antoine Griezmann, he's got Bakayoko solid, he's got Boateng solid, Valencia solid, but then he's got Chan, Rudiger, and Alonso, and Matic, and that team's just not good enough. You know what I mean? That's not a good enough team for me. So I see those icons, I'm like, oh god, here we go for another game. No, this team actually isn't fantastic. It's very mismatched in its abilities. It's got like 4 or 5, maybe 6 insane players, and then 4 or 5 players where you're like, why have you got him there? There's so many better options. But anyway, that was my opinion on that. So this is nearing the end of the gameplay, guys. We end up 15-3 after 18 games. I'm going to play through as much as I can tonight. It might be a 20 to 25 win week because I don't know if I'm going to sit there spamming FIFA all evening. I just don't know if that's going to be something that I do. I might go to just 18 wins and call it a day at Gold 3. I might go to Gold 1. It depends how quickly I can get through the wins. It depends how quickly people rage quit when I score. And, you know, basically how many times I get a win instead of a loss, you know, because if I've got 20 games and I go 10-10, it's going to be a long night. But if I've got 10 games and I win 10, it's going to be a much quicker night, and we're going to, you know, we're going to get into a lot better result. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the gameplay, guys. Let's go live. All right, guys, so we finish our run off at 15-3. I lost one more game here today, the funniest game. I didn't show any of it because we ended up getting into some heated discussion in the messages section, so I just don't want to give the guy the satisfaction. But the first sort of like 15-18 minutes of that game, I was dominating so hard that he paused it, he cued a pause to just quit at 0-0, or at least that's kind of what I thought was going to be the case. And then he scored with Aguero, so I immediately resumed game. He immediately resumed game. So maybe there's an ulterior motive there. But this is Sunday. It's late. There's not much time left to play a game. If you feel like you're about to get smashed, you're probably going to just quit and just save yourself the trouble, right? Turns out he messaged me after the game saying he's a big fan and that he was lucky to beat me. And I asked him, you was about to pause, did you pause, to quit at 0-0? Or I kind of inferred that he paused to quit at 0-0, should I say. I didn't ask any questions. I said, you paused to quit at 0-0. And then he just flipped on me, man. He just started calling me terrible and just giving me grief and stuff. And I don't want to show his messages here, and I didn't show the game because I don't want, like, a couple of times where I've showed messages, the people in question, their gamer tags, or their PSN IDs, they just get abuse from you viewers. And he doesn't deserve that, right? We had our to-do, and that's as far as it is to go. But I was disappointed that I lost that game, man. I lost just on counter-attacks, man. I should have done better than that. I should have done much better than that, than losing on some counter-attacks. I thought I'd grown as a player over the last few weeks. So we've got 22 games remaining. I don't know what my aim is for this week. I'm not, like, I know previously, and this is going to be a bit of a discussion section here, guys. So if you're here just for the gameplay and stuff, probably done. We're probably going to spend the next 5, 8, maybe 12 minutes just talking about the account and where we're going from here. And me not making promises, but just giving my thoughts as I am today, right now. So previously I'll say, I'm only going to this many wins because I can't be bothered to play the game. And then I'll get to where I said I was going to go and I'll do further. So for example, last week, I said I'm only going to play squad battles for Monday to Friday unless I'm in top 100, and then I'll play on. And I did. And then I said I'm only going to play FUT Champs to 25 wins and stop there, and I didn't. I got to 25-4 and I carried on because I was just in such a commanding position. Well, this week and now, I am burnt out on FIFA, and I see a lot of people they put. Let me show you my team whilst we're talking instead of my record. I'm burnt out on FIFA. And I see people, when I was talking about squad battles specifically, because that's what's going to change in the Road to Glory over the coming weeks, I see people say, oh, this is your job, you get paid to do this, I can't just go to my boss and say, I can't be bothered to work today, so I'm not going to. And I completely respect and understand that viewpoint, but this is different, right? I don't play FIFA for a living, I'm a content creator, right? So it's my best interest to create the best content, not to play the most FIFA. And based on how viewership works and so on and so forth, and what squad battles or FUT Champs does for the channel, there has to be a balance between playing FIFA for fun, playing FIFA for work, creating content, and having time, right? Everybody that goes to work, they come home at the end of the evening and their job is done. Well, in the social media industry, your work is legitimately never done. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying, oh, woe is me, or look at the life I have to. No. What I'm saying is that playing so much FIFA over such a short period of time, it's just too much. It means that basically my Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays are write-offs, 70 games over the course of the 3 days. And because I have to play so much FIFA over those 3 days, it means that Monday through Thursday, I have to spend those days preparing the content not only for Monday through Thursday, but also Friday through Sunday on my main channel, because I don't have enough time to do it on the weekends. And it ends up getting me in this bubble, or, this vicious cycle of struggling to have time to do anything. I can't work out. I can't really stream properly. I don't really get to spend as much time with my family as I want to do. And, last week something snapped and I decided, hey, I want to change something. So I thought we'd take a slower month on FUT Champs and we'll just do squad battles on Ultimate until we lose so much that we don't play anymore. And as luck would have it, or skill would have it, or anything, we ended up doing so well in squad battles that I played the whole weekend through again. And I came through it this week and I'm just burnt out, and it's too early, right? So something has to change. So what are we going to change? Well, this week, and this week I've struggled in squad battles this week, and it's because my mind and my head just isn't in it, right? I just haven't been giving it my all. I've purposely skipped 3 sets of games, or maybe 2 sets of games that I didn't play on purpose just because I didn't want to. For what it's worth, this guy that's number 1, I don't want to say he's cheating, right? Because I don't necessarily think he is, because this guy here that's number 2 had a disconnect loss and also got that many points. But that's a lot of points, especially more than the next person. If you look at the points that I got last week, I got 126 basically. That's enough right now to leave me in 2nd spot, and I had a game to spare as well. So if I did as good as I did last week, I'd have been fine. But for me personally, EA changed something in squad battles this week. The fake shot in the second half on Ultimate no longer works nearly as efficiently as it did before. I know, like, for example, A&I Skills is still absolutely crushing Ultimate. I know Steve-O and UK Cam are still doing wonders. So it's obviously me that was unable to adapt to the minor changes that EA made, and that's fine. And I actually lost 6 games this week, but I lost 6 games with 12 games left, and I was still only like 300 points outside the top 100. So long as the way it works as well, I'll explain in a second, but so long as I won on my final 12 games, I would have 100% finished in top 100. I don't necessarily think I would have finished in top 20, or definitely wouldn't have finished top 10, almost definitely wouldn't have finished top 20, had the smallest chance of top 50, and was pretty much bank on for top 100, right? The problem was, with the 6 games that I lost, I was winning all 6 of them, but I ended up taking them to extra time on purpose via scoring own goals, and then lost 3 on penalties and just lost 3 in extra time. So I actually threw away so many points to the tune where I could have been contesting, maybe not with 134,000 points, because that's an exceptional number of, like, that's just high consistency that I wasn't achieving. But I definitely would have been around the 130k mark. So first of all, lesson to myself that just take the wins as they come, and take the big wins as they come. Stop trying to force extra time, stop being greedy for the points. I would have finished top 10. I would have probably been playing the games now if it wasn't for me throwing those games on purpose. But throwing the games to a draw and then losing fairly, right? But through that, I kind of just got so disenchanted with it, and I started doing a little bit of number crunching. And looking at these, you know, you get some good things out of these rewards. Even Elite 1, you get, you know, 40k coins, 2 mega packs. It's not difficult to get to Elite 1. It's really not difficult to get to Elite 2, and it's actually considerably easy to get to Elite 3. And Elite 3, should we play squad battles going forwards, is probably actually the mark where I'm going to get to and stick at. Because I'd literally only need to do Monday through Thursday's games, and I'm done. That's it. Maybe even less than that. Maybe Monday through Wednesday and like 2 of Thursday's games, and that would be me done. So I don't know about that yet though. But what I'm considering is, what do you actually get from Foot Champs in terms of per hour? So I was looking at my kind of coin ranks and bank and stuff from last week, and what I achieved last week and what I've achieved on an average week. And I'd say it's fair for me to say that an average week we finished top 50. Yes, we've got 2 top 10 finishes, we've got 3 or 4 top 20 finishes, but most of the time we finish top 50, right? So that's what you get there. 2 mega packs, 100k packs, 65k coins. Well, I earn on average from the 45 games I play about 34,000 coins from match coins. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, depending on how well I do in each game, the coin, like clean sheets, etc., etc. But as an average, about 34,000 coins. However, because I haven't been doing bronze pack method, and this is important going forwards, because I haven't been doing bronze pack method, I don't have fitness cards, which means I have to be buying fitness cards because I don't want to use a second squad either. I want to just use my main squad. So I've actually been spending somewhere around 25 to 28,000 coins on fitness per week for just squad battles, which means we're coming out with around 5 to 10,000 coins profit from matches played over the course of the 45 matches. So that's not taking into consideration the rewards. When we go a bit deeper, of course, we get 65,000 coins on average. Of course, it will scale up if I do better, and it will scale down during the times where I only got Elite 1 or top 100. I don't think I ever got top 100 and not top 50. But it would scale down or up depending on where I finish. But on average, right? So what we make on average is 65,000 coins, 2 mega packs, and a 100k pack. So that's 170,000 coins at cost price of the packs. But I think it's fair to say about 80,000 coins in sale price, again on average. Of course, the difference between what I'm saying now and what I'm about to say in a second is pack luck. Our pack luck generally hasn't been spectacular. The only notable pull that we've pulled from all of our squad battles rewards was last week's Alexandro, who sold for 105,000 coins. That's it. That's the best player by a considerable margin that we've packed. So I think it's fair to say that everything we sell and discard from the mega packs and the jumbo rare players packs attributes to about 80,000 coins. So with the 80k we get off of that, with the 65k coins we get from the actual coins that we earn, and with the 5k give or take that we get from match coins after fitness, we earn about 150,000 coins per week from squad battles. Now you're probably sitting there and thinking, that's not bad. Like, you know, that's 600,000 coins per month over the course of the whole year. You know, let's say a 10-month cycle because it dies off near the end. Over the course of the year, that's like 6 million coins. Wow. Am I right? Wow. That, like, you know, when I put it like that, how do you turn 6 million coins down? It's difficult to turn 6 million coins down. Of course, we're not turning it down. We're already fair way into it. But what I did is I broke that down into an hourly structure of coins earned. And it takes you about 16 hours per week to play the 45 squad battles games. You know, it's 20 minutes a game. And I think 20 minutes is fair because even though it's not quite the same as online with the cutscenes and stuff, getting into the game, you know, seeing the matchup screen, applying fitness and healing cards and so on and so forth takes its time. And playing the game, sometimes, you know, the amount of games that I took to extra time and that went to penalties to try and benefit myself, I think it's fair to say that 20 minutes a game is where we're at. So it's 1 hour for 3 games, so it's 10 hours for 30 games, and then about another 5 to 6 hours for the final 15 games, right? So you're looking at about 16 hours. Now, that gives us, on average week, 150,000 coins for 16 hours work. That's less than 10,000 coins per hour. Now, the reason why, at least right now, I'm just going to completely cut out squad battles, is because at 10,000 coins an hour, I can do that by just sniping players, and I would make more than 10,000 coins an hour, investing, and I'd make more than 10,000 coins an hour, or bronze packs. And this is where, for me personally, and I know this video is getting on, and I know this is going to take a little bit longer than I thought, this is where, for me personally, bronze pack method trumps squad battles. The only upside to squad battles that is the downside to bronze packs is that, say I got 20th in the world this week and I open my jumbo rare players pack and Pele is in there. Now that just skyrockets the averages, right? But is that really going to happen? We've invested, what, 12, 13 weeks into squad battles and we've got one player worth over 100k? I just don't think it's there, right? Now in terms of bronze packs, for example, those Ipswich players, they currently are selling for 10,000 coins. Ipswich players just generally are extinct, and I think Middlesbrough players are expensive as well. I'll go and check in a second. But Ipswich players, guys, they are 9,000 coins for this guy. I mean, you're looking at like they were at 10k for a while. Let's go to the max buy now. Say 7,200, nothing. 8,200. That's where you're at. They're about 8,000 coins now. So 8,000 coins for an Ipswich player that were selling at 10,000 coins a pop. I didn't have any sellable Ipswich players in my club because I wasn't doing bronze pack method because I didn't have the time because I was playing squad battles. Now, if I did bronze pack method last week instead of squad battles, when the marquee matchups came out, I would have most likely had every single bronze Ipswich player, and that is Patterson, Crow, Connolly, Webber, Needham, this Wolfenden, which is 6. Is there any other names that we haven't seen there? Looks like about 6 as a minimum. Yeah, so I guess six bronze Ipswich players. Patterson again. Oh, did we go for Downs? Is that 7? Is Downs 7? I don't think. Oh, that's 7 definitely with Dorzell. So we would have had probably around 6 or 7 Ipswich bronze players that would have sold for 10k each, which would have been an immediate 60 to 70k, which is already half of what we would have made for a full week's worth of squad battles. And then we might have even had 1 or 2 silver Ipswich players as well, which also would have gone for 10k. So we could potentially have made 100,000 coins from just what we would have had in the club. If I also spent the time in the week, instead of playing squad battles, opening bronze packs, I would have packed more Ipswich players, which we did in fact pack 1. I would have been able to sell them. We would have made even more profit. So I think on top of that, I'm now buying fitness cards because I've run out because I'm not opening bronze packs. So I'm losing money there. I'm not gaining money from bronze packs, and I'm not gaining an exorbitant amount from squad battles, to the point where I find myself in a situation. And just speaking of that, I sold that Kimmich that I bought as well, by the way, guys. I'll explain why on that one in a second. I did bronze packs for like 10 minutes. I was literally like, it was 10 to 6. I was like, let me do this until 6 and see what I get. And I started with 530,000 coins. We're now up to 528,000 coins. And I've stored and I've used 2 fitness cards and I've got 2 left. So that would put me up over the mark. And we've still got other cards as well here that will sell. To the point where in the 10 minutes that I opened bronze packs, I easily made 5 to 8,000 coins, I would say. And again, it just goes to show the fact that I think now, more than ever, how much is Martial down to? Jesus Christ, what's going on? Now more than ever, I think squad battles is less valuable than ever before. And the reason why I think that, there you go, Martial sold. The reason why I think that is basically because now, when, like before, if you opened a pack that had Werner in it, or Jesus in it, or Martial in it, or something, you was looking at humongous coins in the first 4, 6, 8 weeks. Now, you literally need to pull a banger to make it worthwhile, to make it worth 16 hours of your week. I would rather, in my opinion, put that 16 hours into bronze packs, daily knockouts that offer rewards, which I've not done. But more importantly, I'd rather put that 16 hours, first of all, into getting better online play by playing better players than myself, which I did this week. But secondly, I'd rather take the 8 hours or 10 hours that it cost me over the weekend, reduce my kind of FIFA playing on the weekend, specifically on squad battles, and invest more time in online play. Because for the weeks that we got Elite 3 every week, and some of you said this in the comment section, and some of you didn't, some of you did. It was kind of a mixed bag. But remember all those weeks that I got 29 wins? Well, what if? And we're going on theories and what ifs, buts and maybes, and it doesn't change the past, it can't change the future, etc. But what if we got, instead of 29 wins on those weeks that we got 29 wins, what if we got 32 wins? The difference there, 30,000 extra coins for those 3 extra wins. What if we got Elite 1 or 2 more times? An extra 55k coins, an extra 100k pack, an extra premium team of the week pack. You know what I mean? Like, so I think maybe by focusing on our online play more, we actually might put ourselves in a position where we're making more per week because we're doing better in foot champs, and we're doing better with bronze packs and better with trading. I get to spend more time like investing and trading and stuff. And I think we'll be able to make more coins over that 16-hour window than from playing squad battles. Now, with that being said, I just want to kind of finish off with, this is how I feel right now. You know, after a week of not playing squad battles, I might feel great. I might be like, yeah, let me get back into squad battles. You know, I took a week off. That was all that was needed, really. I feel really good about it again now. Let me go into it. Or I might take a week off and then be like, okay, you know what? That was fine. I miss playing squad battles. Let me play just through the week. And then after the week's done, we won't play on weekend. And we'll go for Elite 2 or Elite 3 each week. Because Elite 3 is ridiculously easy to attain. I could do that through, like I say, like maybe on 10, 12, well, probably like 14 games or so, maybe 15 games for 38k points. And you get a rare gold pack, a premium gold players pack, a jumbo premium gold pack, and 21,000 coins. Now, I could probably, the effort for that isn't stressful to the point where it's going to be causing me huge problems. Failing that, I could even go gold 1, get a premium gold players pack, 2 jumbo premium gold packs, and 12.5k coins. That I could do that in like 2.5 days worth. I could literally do that in 10 games of squad battles, no problem. So maybe we start just doing squad battles to gold 1, elite 3 area. Take the benefit of those packs to help us. And again, it goes back to that old adage that I've added into our kind of mentality this year, is if your luck's in, your luck's in. And if it's not, it's just not. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we get a premium gold players pack and pack an icon out of that. Maybe we get an ultimate pack and pack an 83 rated as our highest player. You know what I mean? If you're going to get lucky, you're going to get lucky. So I think we're definitely going to change things up in terms of squad battles, not only for the benefit of our online gameplay, because I really do want to progress this year. And although it might slow down the growth of the squad a little bit. It also might not, depending on how efficient and effective bronze pack method is for us. And how well I do in trading, because again, I can invest those 16 hours into trading instead of into squad battles, and I know I can make more than 150,000 coins a week in 16 hours for sniping or trading. I could literally go and snipe now. You know, I could go and snipe drone Boatengs and make 2k a card after selling drone Boatengs, and just do that, you know, 10 times in an hour and make 20k, and that's more than the 10k average. It's just about whether you want to put the dedication and the time in, and so, you know, it's on us. But that's where we're at, guys. This is the team right now as well. You know, we're doing all right at 15-3. As I said, I've left it mad late this weekend, and I've left it late because I spent so long on Saturday burning through games. I still had one of Saturday's day games to go, and then I played all 8 of Saturday's other games. So 9. No, wait, I had one of Friday's games to go, and I played all 12 of Saturday's games. So I played 13 games of squad battles on Saturday, and I was just done. I was just done. So I skipped the next set on purpose, and I skipped the next set on purpose. So I've left myself with 4 games just in case I need, like this week obviously I'm going to go for Elite 1 because I'm basically there. So if I do need an extra 500,000 points at the end of the night, I'll just go and get it, no problem. But it's left me mad short on time for FUT Champs. So for this week, I don't know where we're going to end on FUT Champs. However, because we did have such a strong week last week and we got to 34 wins, I've already got now 49 wins from our monthly 58 games, which is 1 win ahead of the curve that will get us to Elite 3. So I'm going to continue playing today until I either run out of time or run out of patience, because, you know, playing FIFA for just 5, 6, 7 hours straight will just get tiresome, 100%. And then next week, we're not going to have squad battles through the week, so I'm going to feel fresh next weekend. I can feel it already, because I'm not going to be playing squad battles, which means I'm going to be able to work out every day, which is just going to be great for my mental health and for my physical health. I'm going to have time away from FIFA and the console during the days, which is going to be great for my family life and for my personal life. And I'm going to be able to still make coins playing FIFA. So apologies that it took an extra 22 minutes to explain that. I just wanted to explain it thoroughly. So for those that were wondering, you know, oh, he's doing this because he lost his games on ultimate difficulty and he can't take it, blah, blah. Maybe that factors into it as well. I'm not going to sit here and say that doesn't. You know, when I was losing those games, I was sitting there like, what's the point? But the bottom line is that I think I could do better on the account without squad battles. I actually think the allure of the packs is so enticing that it takes you away from recognizing that you can actually get other great things in this game without using squad battles. And I know a lot of you guys cut squad battles out weeks and some of you months ago, and this game's only been out for like 2.5 months, and a few people are like, oh, stop squad battles after 3 weeks and stuff. So yeah, like I said, it might tone down the speed within which we upgrade the squad. And if that's the case, then that's the case. I don't really mind that too much because we've got such an insane squad anyway. If it does slow down, then so be it. We'll figure something out. And on that note as well, guys, I sold Kimmich. His 87 card is quite a nice upgrade from his 86 card. Pace, not so much. Shooting is a little bit. Passing a little bit. Dribbling, quite specifically, is very high upgrade. And he had a +3 on composure as well. The reason why I sold him, even for a loss after just a few games, because I bought him for 160, I sold him for 140, I believe. Even though I sold him for a loss, I sold him because I thought to myself, I would rather have those coins in the bank and be able to trade with those or invest with those than have them wrapped up in a card that is marginally better than a card that I already had in my club. So that's why we went there. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. Hopefully our Squad Battles rewards bring us something good this evening, and hopefully I can do decent enough to at least get kind of like Gold 2 this week. It depends whether or not I run out of time. It's literally, I've got some things to do this evening. I've got a few videos to start making and stuff, and we're just going to have to wait and see as to where time goes. But from next week, we're going to be back on the FUT Champs 40 game grind. I'm going to spread my games out in a way that's going to be efficient for me and fun to play in. And we're going to hopefully upgrade this squad over the coming weeks, specifically during Team of the Year. But this, guys, will be the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.